Hey beauties. So I didn't think I was going to be talking about entities until the winter, but I had this powerful dream last night where I was helping a friend. And this happens a lot where I do sessions in the dream realm or where folks say, Sarah, you helped me so much in the dream realm. You gave me this feedback. You did this healing on me. It's kind of my jam when I'm on break. And so I wanted to share what I learned from this dream. So in the dream, my friend was really, really busy, and she said to everyone, there's all these people helping her, and she was speaking to someone like, gosh, I have no help. I feel so alone. I have no help. And I had been helping her in the dream. I'm like, babe, I'm helping you right now. Like, look around. I think there's like 8 people helping you. And I just want you to notice this absolutism, or when we use absolutes in our language. For me, cliff note, absolutes are usually a sign that there is either a trauma response happening or there's something going on. So if you ever hear yourself or others using always or never, my ears like to peak up and perk up. Something's going on. So moving on. So in the dream, she kind of left, and then she came back and she was crying and upset that I had said this thing. And I looked at her and I was like, honey, it's really, really important that you can feel the support that's happening right now. It's really important. And she said, I can't feel it. I can't see it. And so I asked her in the dream, and this is something I ask a lot of my clients, and you can ask yourself if you're not sure about, if you're feeling confused about different thought patterns you're having. I said, is this you? Do you feel like this is your own thoughts? Do you feel like there's something blocking you from the ability to hear or feel the support that's available? And in the dream, she said, I don't know. So I said, well, can I check? And she said, yes, check. So in the dream, I kind of looked at her and kind of did a psychic scan and saw that indeed she had this entity, which is one of my teachers called the misqualified energy. And it was like riding on her energetic field, kind of like it was like in this thick kind of membrane. That was one of her auric fields. And in the dream, I said, I could hear the entity was saying like, there's no one to help me. I'm all alone. There's no one to help me. Nobody can help me. I'm all alone. There's no help. So think about it this way. This being, and in the dream, I remember thinking, it's true. You are all alone to this being. You are all alone. And I could tell that indeed this being was coming from another dimension, another realm, and they had no help. It was all alone. It had no help. So what was happening, and what this is a great teaching on, is when we have entities that are kind of in our energetic field, a lot of the time they are stuck there. We invited them in. We forgot to ask them to leave. And so this being was sending on a neurological level, we had this signal that was going to my friend in this dream that for her, all she could hear. And so I find that entities and these beings, it's like they have like a radio channel that's going on the back of our minds. And that radio channel, think of it as like subconscious programming, can affect how we think, how we feel, the beliefs we have, if we let it, if we're not attuned to the signature, the energetic signature that's different than our own thought fields and the frequency of our own thoughts. So anyways, in the dream, I was like, okay, babe, yes, there's a being here, and the information they're sending you is not even about you, but you have internalized that as nobody's helping me. There's no one here. I cannot receive any help. So I see that nuance. And so in the dream, I sent this being away, and I said, it's time for them to go home. It's time for them to go home where they can get the help that they need that's actually available to them. And so in that clearing, first, actually, I guess the being kind of came on me, which can happen when you notice these beings, and came onto my field. And I got to that's when I really got to feel the feeling of how alone it felt. And so I got to send it home. Farewell. It went home. It left this world, this ecosystem of Earth where it had been stuck. And so this kind of got me thinking that I would love to kind of do this pop-up sessions right now, because I also had some people reaching out to me and like this curiosity on where are spaces to have counsel around these paranormal experiences that we're having, and to have like a tailored kind of feedback or conversation that that is with you and something that's going on for you, or that maybe has happened for you in the past, or that you are seeking some kind of skilled professional advice from somebody who, like me, has been working with these beings for over a decade, and I've worked with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients who are navigating these paranormal, esoteric experiences. And so many of us don't have direct connection to, whether it's peers or folks to have these conversations with, that might have skilled advice. And so I'm offering for the month of August, y'all, I'm calling them paranormal check-ins and councils. So it's like a half an hour session. And what I wanted to add to it is that you can bring your questions, something that's alive is relevant. And then at the end, I'll give just like a quick little check-in. So it's not a healing session. I'm not going to do clearing, but it will be a place that I can kind of give an extra psychic scan to be like, okay, is there any feedback that I could offer to you specifically in this arena that you're facing? So reach out, DM me if you want the link. They're going to be $70 for half an hour, and they'll come with recording. And this is by far the most affordable way of working with me right now, since I'm not going to be offering my group sessions until the fall. So I'll reach out, and I would love to have some really far out conversations with you all.